what I'm here to talk about today is one of my favorite topics, which is disruption. And there's a quote on disruption that by Clayton Christensen, where essentially he's saying, it's where something is replaced with something newer, more efficient, and worthwhile. And my personal view on disruption is, although it brings along change and it can be quite frustrating as you're working through it, it also enables incredible experimentation, innovation, and creativity. And music has really embraced disruption over the years, and it's really helped us drive growth. And technology has actually been a huge part in that, and enabling us really first and foremost to deepen fan engagement and connect with fans on different levels. In terms of the evolution, I think it's interesting just to look at kind of where we've been and where we are today. It kind of started with vinyl, right? We introduced the fan or the consumer to this notion of ownership. You can take music home and it's yours, it belongs to you. Then it moved into the tape, the cassette tape and CD, and that was very much, you can take your music with you now as you go about your day. Then that kind of moved into, you can take your whole library of music with you as you go through your day, to streaming, where now it's opened up, you can find or explore or have access to every single song, the ones you're not even aware you will like yet. And to today, where technology has enabled us to give the consumer the chance to ask for music now. They can request a certain experience that we deliver through AI. And it's really, the evolution has opened up a whole spectrum of possibility as to how we create music, different formats, the partnerships that we develop, particularly in the technology space, and I'm going to share a couple of examples on that today. But also, it's enabled artists to reach fans, really like never before. And the shifts are, you can see here, it's from physical to digital, desktop to mobile, download to streaming, and visual to voice. And one of the keys, and this is my responsibility at UMG, is really identifying the right partners. And knowing the right technologies and assets to leverage to deepen that artist-fan connection. The good news is, the guys I work with thrive on disruption. They love the notion of being uncomfortable. They love the idea that something does not exist and they're going to create it. And that whole idea of experimentation really fuels creativity in our world. So I'm going to take you through a couple of examples. Hopefully this face is familiar to you. This is Drake. Drake is a cross-platform cultural phenomenon. He is arguably one of the most relevant and important figures in popular culture. He's Canadian-born, and he's not only an artist and a superstar, but he's also an excellent curator. So he's always looking out for different influences and different partnerships to bring into his creative process and his world. Truly a disruptor. He has moved away from the traditional formats and ways of releasing music to a completely modern approach. And I'm going to show you two examples of that. The first is Hotline Bling. I'm not going to do the dance. I can promise you I won't. Although if you cheer, maybe I will. But Hotline Bling was released last year, and it was a music video. And that's not a new concept. Artists release music videos. What was genius about it was how Drake approached its creation and his creative process through it. So I'm going to play a little snippet of the video in case anyone is not familiar.
You used to call me on my cell phone, late night when you need my love.
Okay, so pretty simple setup. Color, framed really nicely, but the choreography. So this is an amazing quote from his choreographer. And it was very intentional what he did. So essentially, I love this quote. I already know I'm going to get so many memes from this. Oh yeah, they're gonna get me for that. And he essentially created this dance, essentially, to engage the fans, because he knew they would pick it up and run with it. So that video became the most memed video over the last few years. And I'm gonna show you what I mean by that.
I know when that hotline bling, that can only mean one thing. Call me on my cell phone.
And the genius of Drake, amongst many things, is he understands culture, he listens to his fans, and he creates a shared experience with them, leveraging social media. His command of the connection of social media, and really he's broken down the boundaries between artist and fan. They really truly feel like they're part of his art, and social media enabling that to a large extent. And the last piece I'll share is, again, from traditional to a much more interesting approach. So Drake took essentially a music video, created a cultural movement on social media around it, and then dropped a Super Bowl commercial through an incredible partnership with T-Mobile. And we'll just play that quickly.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
Cut! Whoa, cut!
Perfect. Here are the changes.
I love changes.
When you say call me on my cell phone, just add device eligible for upgrade after 24 months.
Genius. Genius.
I'm so glad. And after going places where you don't belong, add Mexico and Canada are not included.
I've told a lot of people I'm from Canada, but I lied.
You know what? Also, you need to include that streaming music will incur data charges, so just slip that in there.
Sneak that in there.
Fantastic idea.
And you can't say you got exactly what you asked for because we never give them what they ask for.
Unless they ask for hidden fees.
These changes don't ruin the song at all.
Can we come in the box?
Other wireless carriers ruin everything. Switch to T-Mobile, the Un-carrier.
So truly, a genius. And then just touching on this, his most recent release has been his More Life album, and tapping into how consumers are consuming music today via streaming, he actually released the album as a playlist. And he brought in different collaborators and influencers on that. So really just listening to the consumer and disrupting the model like no one else. Just to kind of switch gears, because obviously Drake is a huge star, Borns is one of our emerging artists to watch. And he did a really clever thing this year around his new project. He actually partnered with Adobe Creative Cloud community and tasked his fans with essentially pairing visuals to the music for the video for the song. What is really clever about this is he knows his fans are Gen Z, and Gen Z values self-expression and participation. So creating something that they can actually be a part of was core to how he felt like he would reach a new audience with the music and extend the reach of the content.
Hey, this is Borns. We are on set for my song We Don't Care. But this set is kind of a blank canvas. In order to make this video go viral, or just to show your mom, I'm gonna need some environments to interact with. So let your imagination run wild and give me your beautiful masterpieces to be performing around. And I can't wait to see what you come up with. See you on the other side.
So fans are essentially now a new media vessel for music, and the content they share it's really important that they feel like they're a part of it. So we really try to leverage disruption and experimentation to spark that participation. The last example I share is Childish Gambino. Side note, he just released an incredible music video called This Is America, which on so many levels you should watch. But this particular one is really when it really clearly demonstrates when music meets technology, magic happens. And we've so many examples of this. It goes beyond him. Lady Gaga did an incredible collaboration with Intel and flying drones last year during the Super Bowl. And artists love this. And this truly enables them to be disruptive. And Deepa also kind of touched upon this in her presentation. But this is leveraging VR and immersive experiences, which we're seeing more and more fans desiring to be a part of. So for his latest project, Childish Gambino partnered with Microsoft and essentially around the album launch created a 3-day launch event in the desert in California. He created a virtual world called Pharos, and the whole idea was he was moving from being a hip-hop artist to essentially he created this funk album. So how do I explain to the fans what I was thinking when I made this music?
Two-time Grammy Award nominee Childish Gambino approached Microsoft with a bold vision to create a new world for his first album in 3 years, Awaken My Love. Childish Gambino wanted to create a virtual environment that fans around the world could experience. This world would blend the physical and digital, the real and imaginary. This vision came to life as Pharos, a virtual reality experience in the California desert. Microsoft brought their robust suite of products and unsurpassed experience design skills to the table, providing cost-effective and streamlined production. Kinect and Azure were used to create an alternative to traditional motion capture techniques, allowing the team to bring the world of Pharos to life in weeks, not months. Pharos was a true testament to the power of collaboration. Childish Gambino and Microsoft's worlds collided to create an immersive audio and visual experience that captures Childish Gambino's one-of-a-kind live performance and brings it to fans at home, packaged in a way that has never been seen before. The Pharos event sold out in 6 minutes, with additional shows being added to grant over 10,000 fans access to Pharos. The 360-degree live performance video for Me and Your Mama gave fans a peek into the VR experience and has garnered over 750,000 views and 161 million impressions to date. Media publications across tech, music, art, and culture have been celebrating the project's unique capabilities. Fans from across the globe are able to revel in Pharos with the release of the virtual reality vinyl of Awaken My Love. With this release, the experience lives on and continues to shift brand perception for Microsoft with cultural influencers and hard-to-reach audiences. This collaboration was part of the Microsoft Music X Technology program, an initiative that celebrates forward-thinking artists who are using Microsoft technology to transform the way we create and experience music. The program continues to empower artists with unique opportunities to create one-of-a-kind experiences for their fans.
So truly, disruptive and really showing how we're using technology to elevate the experience. Because at the end of the day, the fans are in charge now. We have to bring them in. We have to serve up formats and content that will resonate with them. So thank you so much.